Hello dear chess friends and welcome to our new video. In that video I'll present the game I played against a solid candidate master from Georgia, Zaza. He's 2225 Elo rated player, and that was 3-minute game we played on the internet. Some English opening was played from me, and also on our channel you can find the game. I bet the same opponent in English, but this time with black pieces. Let's see how I punished my opponent for carelessly giving me bishop pair advantage and leaving my monster Catalan, or let's say fianchetted bishop, without opponent. c4, g6, knight c3, bishop g7, g3, c5, bishop g2, normal moves for English opening, where after casting knight c6, d3, knight c6, I played a3 with idea to go for play on the queen side with rook b1 and b4. Here is very well known symmetric line where black can go for this line, which is known as drawish, but still that is not automatically draw. There are a lot of chances, and still I think black must play precisely here. So that would be different story. After a3, bishop g4 was played. My opponent knew that in some variations that bishop should be traded for that knight, but after rook b1, terrible assessment of the position, terrible decision, bishop f3. That makes sense if my pawn is on e4. So give away the bishop for the knight, jump with knight on d4, and leave me with stupid bishop on f3. But of course with my pawn on e2, that is just ridiculous, and that is terrible, terrible, terrible mistake. a5, okay. Now I should go for preparing b4 patiently. First bishop g2, maybe f4 would be on the agenda later, you see. So knight e8, bishop d2, knight c7, and now knight e4 was played. So I invite my opponent to advance some pawns with f5, where knight g5 can be played, targeting this. If he attacks me, okay, knight f3, of course, threatening knight h4 in some good moment, and the important is I prepare b4. My opponent didn't take the challenge. He allowed me to play b4, which happened, of course. Now he can get bishop pair back. He can take my bishop for the knight, but of course my bishop would be more influential here because there is problem with b7 pawn, and rook a8 is also in problem on that diagonal. There are so many targets for my bishop. So black decided to play b6, but now b5. I claim diagonal for my bishop, knight d4, e3, knight e6, and now his pieces are somewhat stuck. Maybe he will go for liberating pieces with d5, so I want to stop it. And I also want to close that diagonal to play rook a1 to fight for a file. And I also attack his rook, of course. Rook a3, rook b3, rook b3, queen b3, and a file is mine. After that, black is absolutely strategically lost. That knight doesn't work, that knight doesn't work. I will play rook a1, invading, and also my pieces all work perfectly. h5, maybe he wants to deliver mate to me, I don't know. Rook a1, knight d8, but as you can see, rest is very smooth realization. All that is consequence of careless maneuver, bishop g4, bishop takes f3. Queen b8, now knight d5, cleaning pieces. Why do I exchange that knight? Well, idea is that I want to open 7th rank with pressure to that pawn, and also to invade with rook a8. Of course, another invasion, queen a6, will be possible. After that, knight e6, if e6, okay, I go back, still knight is trapped and black cannot survive at all. After knight e6, rook b7, yeah, I could take the pawn, but I decided to take this one, rather b6. And after that, just exchanging, where after that, knight c7, bishop goes to f3, rook c8, and rook c6. Black is practically forced to resign because after b6 he will lose material. So that was sweet and nice chess game, giving me easy win. 3-minute game, but of course, even in blitz, even in bullet, real masters go for strategy. And there was not strategy in move bishop g4. There can make sense if he manages to provoke my h3 to move bishop d7 back, so maybe that pawn h3 later will hang. But after rook b1, there is maybe sense to play queen d7 with idea bishop h3, but definitely not bishop f3. If queen d7, I can just allow him to take, to exchange my bishops, where after that I can go for famous method after black exchange light square bishops, e4 setting pawns on light, fighting against d5 and f5 at once. Of course, here I can take the pawn as well with this, with no threats for black, but I wanted to show you some logical and strategic approach. Another logical approach after queen d7 is just rook e1, and after that to keep my bishop. That is widely played in numerous similar lines in English opening. But once again, bishop f3, terrible positional mistake, because that bishop with no opponent will be a real monster, and you could see how black was just demolished on that diagonal and eventually on open a file. My dear chess friends, thanks for supporting us, making our video channel better, and I wish you many similar victories as I did manage to win this game. So think about value of the pieces. Do not automatically, or let's say randomly, give away bishops for knights. Lower calibers usually go for this, but just observe position derper and predict if knight will be better of the bishop. See you soon with new examples. That would be all. Bye bye.